Welcome to the Weekend Word. I'm your host, Brother Mark. This podcast is designed as a short-form study to start your weekends with Yah. This podcast is meant as a quick starting point, not an in-depth study. That I will leave to you. So with that being said, let's jump into our weekend word for this week. The reality of spiritual warfare. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, the ISV. For our struggle is not against human opponents, but against rulers, authorities, cosmic powers in the darkness around us, and evil spiritual forces in the heavenly realm. 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verses 4 through 6, ISV with Hebrew meaning. For the weapons of our warfare are not those of the world. Instead, they have the power of Yah to demolish fortresses. We tear down arguments and every proud obstacle that is raised against the knowledge of Yah, taking every thought captive in order to obey the Messiah. Once your obedience is complete, we will be ready to reprimand every type of disobedience. We are being attacked from all sides today. The effects are obvious to the point of being so blatant even the untrained in the ways of Yah can clearly see some of the results in society today. What are we fighting, and how can we be successful and rise above feelings, emotions, and desires that are a daily threat to our kingdom living? We must face the enemy to defeat him. This is the hardest reality many people do not wish to face, and therefore become unsuccessful in their attempts at winning the battles of this war. James chapter 1, verse 14 through 16 ISV. Instead, each person is tempted by his own desire, being lured and trapped by it. When that desire becomes pregnant, it gives birth to sin. And when that sin grows up, it gives birth to death. Do not be deceived, my dear brothers. So, what have we learned so far? That the outside forces that are attacking us are targeting everything that is not yet submitted to our Messiah. What is the answer then? It is removing the weaknesses in ourselves, the areas we have not yet fully submitted to our Master, taking every thought captive in order to obey the Messiah. Only by consistent prayer, repentance, and walking daily with Yahshua can we hope to defeat these enemies of our souls. As we continue our walk of faith, Yahshua has promised us victory. Philippians chapter 1, verses 6, ISV with Hebrew meaning. I am convinced of this, that the one who began a good action among you will bring it to completion by the day of the Messiah Yahshua. We must remember that continuing to believe in our Messiah brings confidence for each day's battles, and knowing Yahshua will win the war within us. As we have demonstrated over and over again, the word of Yah is our sword. 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verses 17 and 18, ISV with Hebrew meaning. Now Yahuwah is the Ruach, and where Yahuwah's Ruach is, there is freedom. As all of us reflect the glory of Yahuwah with the unveiled face, we are becoming more like him with every increasing glory by the Yahuwah's Ruach. Finally, this means when you are embarrassed by yourself and your weaknesses, You don't try to hide it from Yahuwah or avoid him in prayer and study of his word, but turn to him and work with him to defeat the weaknesses and be cleansed from all unrighteousness. So let us finish with the final swipe of our sword. Aleph Yochanan, 1 John chapter 1, verse 7, ISV with Hebrew meaning. But if we keep living in the light, as he himself is in the light, we have fellowship one with another, and the blood of Yeshua, his Son, cleanses us from all sin. Walk in his victory, dear brothers and sisters. Call upon the name of Yeshua, and you shall be saved. Blessings in the name of Yeshua our Messiah. Until next time, this is Brother Mark. Shabbat Shalom.
When watching or listening to our content, please be advised. For here and for all further scriptural references, unless specifically noted, we use the King James KJV or the International Standard Version ISV for our scriptural quotes. Please also note we use the Strong's Hebrew and Greek Concordance for added understanding. Where possible, we also use the actual Hebrew names and Hebrew meanings as well. This is designated by HBM. Also, we must note that the Hebrew language is read from right to left. For here and for all further scriptural references, when these two words are used, Lord, capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D, and Jesus, please be advised of the following. We interchange them out of respect to our Yah. Wherever Lord, capital L, capital O, capital R, capital D, is used, the actual Hebrew equals Yod, He, Vav, He. We pronounce that as Yahuwah, and it comes from the Concordance H3068. Whenever Jesus is used, the actual Hebrew equals Yod, He, Wah, Shin, Ayin, Yeshua, from the Hebrew Concordance 3091. We also would like to point out when we use the term God, we are referring to the one true Elohim, the I Am of the Scriptures, not just any old God. Yah is his name. Our references Telahim, Psalm chapter 68 verse 4, the ISV with Hebrew meaning. Sing to Elohim, sing praises to his name, raise up a highway for him who rides through the deserts, by his name Yah, and exalt before him. We have a further in-depth study on his names on our website at www.mkistudios.net. Thank you.
Whoa.